Welcome, beautiful yogis, to the location of Kefalonia in Greece. Now, hopefully it's not too windy as we begin our practice this morning. So grounding your feet, spread your toes nice and wide, bring the shoulders back so your chest and heart are nice and open. Bring your palms together. Let's ground our energy as we begin. Let's take a nice deep breath in. And just breathing it out. And breathe it in through the nose. And breathing it out again through the nose. And if it feels more natural to breathe out through your mouth, do so. Again, inhale. Draw in the energy of the sea and breathe out any stress and tension. Peace and calm enter your being as stress and tension release out. Take one more breath. Let's open the eyes. Bring your arms up over your head. Palms together. Pistol grip your hands. Take your feet a little bit wider. Now as you exhale, keeping the arms long, reach over to one side. Breathe it in back to center. Exhale over the other side. And breathe it in. Breathe it out. And again, inhale, lift. Exhale. Do one more round each side. And last one. And release it out. Good. Back to center. And release those arms down. Let's do a few shoulder rolls. Tuck that tailbone under, especially if you have a little habit like myself. Sticking the bum out. Circling. And change direction. Before we start moving the body a little bit more, let's go into those neck muscles. Circling around. And if you get dizzy with that full circular motion, just do a half circle. Okay, let's change the other way. Let that head be heavy. Soften the shoulders. Nice work. Good. Let's bring everything back to center. Take your feet a little bit wider again. And let's go into your hip circles. Circling them around. And change direction. Excellent. Bring your feet closer in. Spread your toes wide. Let's rising up. Let's rising up. You know what I mean. Rising up or let's rise up. One of the two. Into your awakening of the feet. Lifting tall. Spread your toes and rock back onto the heels. If you do have a tendency to roll out in your feet, try to use a little bit more through the arches. They will strengthen with regular practice. Good, let's do two more. Well done. And one more for the ankles here. Ankle rolls, 5 to 7 circles. So we're just warming up the joints in the body, neck, shoulders, hips, and a bit of the knees. Of course, the ankles. 5 to 7 or thereabouts. If you do struggle holding your balance, feel free to use a wall to help support you. Well done. Okay, feet hip width apart. Bring your hands together into prayer position. Take a nice big inhale. Fill up the lungs, fill up the belly. Sit back into your chair. Now, if there are no heart issues or shoulder pain, feel free to lengthen the arms somewhat upwards. But if there is, maybe bring them down a little or keep them to your heart center or maybe open them wide. So tuck that tailbone under, breathe it in and breathe it out, sit back a little lower. Keep the neck long. I always like to cue to look between the hands if they're raised. 2 more breaths. And as you release, come into your forward fold. We're going to bend one knee at a time, maybe sway the hips a little side to side. Keep breathing. Relax the shoulders. If you need, again, if you need to move the feet a little bit wider, please listen to your body. We're not forcing, we're aligning. Good. So again, as I mentioned, we're loosening up the joints. Well done. Let's come back to center, lift up halfway, breathe it in. Draw that belly in, bring your hands down onto the mat, step back into a plank position. Now take your feet maybe as wide as your mat, roll onto the edges and come into a side plank. Try not to let those hips collapse, lifting tall, extend over your head, maybe look to the hand and back to center. Let's do one more over the other side, lifting up, arm reaches high and extend. So getting right in between those ribs. Breathe, lift those hips up high. And back to the mat. Okay, let's go into your chaturanga. Elbows in, lead with the chest. Open up. Look over one shoulder to the back of your mat and then over to the other side. Let's do that one more time. This is great to stretch your eyes, your neck, as long as you're not squishing the shoulders up. Back to center. Let's sit back into extended child's pose. Now you might not be able to sit all the way back, and that's completely fine. Just sit those hips back as far as they can comfortably go. Now, if you have tight quads or knee issues, that is going to change your range. See, even the seagull agrees. One more breath here. Good, roll up onto all fours. Let's do a few rounds of your cat-cow, so spread your fingers wide. Inhale, lifting up, chin to sky. Exhale, round, chin to chest. And breathe it in, lift. Breathe it out, round. Good, keep it going. Really draw in that energy. And you are more than welcome to start playing around, roll it around. Loosen up your spine. 2 more rounds or 2 more breaths. Nice. Okay, we're going to come down onto the mat one more time. So let's do one more chaturanga. Elbows in, control the body. Now take your arms wide. We're going to do something called scorpion tail. So obviously my hands are reaching over the platform, but if there's any shoulder pain, bring your hands down. Otherwise, arms extend out wide. Inhale, lift one leg up, reach it over. Maybe look to the ceiling. Take a breath. Relax into it. And release back to center. Right, other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just move the mic a little higher. And again, maybe look to the sky. Good, back to center. Let's do that 2 more rounds. So inhale, lift, so we activate the glutes and the hamstrings. And take a breath. And back to center. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more breath. I forget how good these stretches are. I don't do them enough myself. All right, last round. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Practice what you preach, huh? All right, back to center. And lifting up. And over the other side. Good, take one more breath here. I find this one really works the entire body. And then back to center. Right, using your arms, we're going to press up into downward facing dog. First one for the practice. Now we're going to walk the feet in place. So if you want to call it cha-cha. And we're just walking in place, or alternating. And with this one, again, maybe try to get those hips a little bit more into some movement, into a flow-like motion. This is great for tight feet, tight ankles, tight calves, and your shins. Good. Keep breathing. Try to relax the space between the ears and shoulders. 2 more breaths. Well done. Bend the knees. Let's step the right foot outside of the right hand. Let's drop the back knee down and let's twist to your right. So make sure that left hand is underneath your shoulder. Right arm will reach up, but to make sure we get that shoulder opening, wrap the hand behind you and pull the shoulder back. If looking up makes you feel dizzy, just look to the side or maybe to the floor, but we want to avoid collapsing down. Breathe. Two more breaths. And release. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Lift those hips up high and lengthen the heels down. Good. Let's do the left side. Bend the knees, left foot wide. And drop the back knee down. Bring that right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, lifting up and wrap the arm behind the back. Now, if you have tight shoulders, if you draw the hand too far down, you're not going to be able to get the range needed here. So bring the hand a bit higher and work on that mobility. So work with your body. And eventually, things will start to open up and release. Two more breaths. And release the hands back down. One more downward facing dog. And one more stepping your feet in place. So at the same time. So rising up onto the balls of the feet. Back down onto the heels. Good. Let's do one more. Good. Bend the knees, step your feet towards the front of your mat. Coming into your forward fold. Look ahead of you, open the arms wide, big deep inhale. Palms together. Exhale, release, hands down by your side. Let's do a couple more hip circles. Breath, keep breathing. All right. We're going to do all of that one more time. So feet, again, slightly closer together. Hands to your heart center or extend the arms up. Big deep breath in. Tuck that tailbone under. Sit back into your chair. Holding strong. Breathe. Maybe lift the toes up. Belly in. One more breath. And release, coming into your forward fold. Again, let's just move the hips a little side to side. Your head hang. Good. Get right into that sacrum, into your QL, which is into that lower back. Nice work. Back to center. Let's halfway lift, breathe it in. Hands to the mat. We step back into a wider stance. Let's come into your side plank, extended side plank. So reach up, extend, maybe look to the hand, lift those hips up. And release over the other side, lifting up high, extend, breathe, and release the hands back down, chaturanga. Elbows in, lead with the chest, open up. Again, so 2 rounds each side. Getting up and over. See if you can look towards your toes. Good. Back to center. Strong arms. Push back into your extended child's pose. Breathe. Drop any tension in the shoulders and let your head rest. Take one more deep breath in here. And breathe it out. Good, all right. Back into chaturanga, just towards the mat. We're gonna do one more round of your scorpion tail. So second round, hopefully feels a little easier. Arms wide. Inhale, lift. Exhale, open up. Maybe look to the sky. Back to center. Good. So we do 3 rounds each side, getting into those hip flexors, into the quads, spinal rotation, shoulder mobility here, stretching through the chest and the neck. Good. Lift and lengthen. And last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Good. Back to center. All right. Strong hands. Push through the arms and come into your downward facing dog. Again, let's walk it out. Draw that belly in. This time, maybe look underneath each armpit. Stretch out the neck. Good. Nice. Right, raising up at the same time. Back down. And lengthen. Good. Bend the knees. Right foot wide. Drop the back knee. Okay, let's twist to your right. Open up, breathe. Soften. 2 more breaths. And gently release. Back to center. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, left foot. Drop the back knee down. Open up. And wrap the arm. Breathe. Now with your back foot, I prefer tucked under. Gives me a bit more stability, but I know a lot of my students prefer to have their foot down, so it's really just a preference. I think the knee is a big factor in that as well. Okay, one more breath here. Well done. And release. Back to center. Downward facing dog. Lift up. Use your core. And again, rising up onto the tippy toes. Back through the heels. Let's do that 2 more times. Breathe. Nice. Okay, bend the knees. Step the feet to the front of the mat. Come into your forward fold. And all the way up into your mountain pose. Release those hands down. Let's go into your helicopter. All right, so be nice and floppy here. Knees are soft. And your arms are tapping the body. Couple more, each way. Well done. Okay, we're going to do one more. This is a bit of a balance. It's a twist and it's a back bend. Okay, so when you're ready, no pressure, again, to do the full variation or to go to somewhere that you're not comfortable with. So just bring your hands onto your hips. Take your feet a little bit wider than your hip width apart. Bend your knees. We're going to keep right leg forward, left leg back enough so you feel the stretch in that left hip thigh region. Okay, so there's gonna be a few variations here. Reach your arms up to the sky. Take your right hand behind you, either onto the hamstring or onto the buttock, or if that's too much, just bring it onto the right side. The point of it is twisting, and left hand reaches up and look over the back shoulder. Now, if this is too much for you, feel free to drop down to the mat and lift and lengthen. You might find it's a deeper stretch there. So we're twisting, we're reversing that high lunge, and we're extending. 3 more breaths. If you really want to challenge your balance, maybe look to your hand, maybe look to the ceiling. Don't hold that breath. Good. Inhale, hands to the sky, step it forward and release. Shake arms and legs out. All right, one more round. Palms together, bend, right leg back. Get your stability. Arms reach up, turn to your left. Look over the back shoulder and drop the shoulders. Extend, maybe reverse. Breathe. Sink maybe a little deeper. If you're on the floor, just keep holding. Take one more breath here. Good, sweep both arms up. Step it forward, hands to your heart center and shake arms and legs out. All right, we're gonna make our way to the floor. So arms reach forward, palms face down, or thumbs to sky, whichever feels better for your shoulders. Rising up onto the tippy toes. Use your core here. Lower the hips down. Stay on the balls of the feet as much as you can. Now you can drop your knees onto the mat if this is a bit much for you. Arms raise up. We're gonna do one more twist. Take your right hand back, left hand reaches forward. Watch those knees, don't twist them with you. Look over that back hand or towards them. And your fingers, I mean. One more breath. Inhale, reach it back up. Now left hand reaches back, keep the knees forward, look over. towards the backhand. Keep the knees forward. Reach those fingertips forward as well. And reach it back up. If you can, no hands, bum onto the mat and shake it out. Let's come into your active butterfly. Lifting the knees up and down. Shoulders are down as well. All right, just keep looking through the screen. Really absorb the energy that comes through the screen. And yes, it is possible. Even the colors will affect your eyes. So wherever you can, try to get outside first thing in the morning. You will notice your eyesight improve. Okay. Especially if you wear glasses, especially if you wear sunglasses all the time. Now it's got to be sunrise or close enough to it. Otherwise it's going to really be very uncomfortable for the eyes. All right, enough waffling. Let's bring the knees into your chest, lying down onto your back. Maybe rock side to side. Stretch out through those hips, the buttocks. All right, single leg happy baby, optional. Bring the foot down or leg down. Now I prefer to rock side to side here, but if that doesn't feel good for you, just hold your pose. Good. All right, one more. Over the other side. Grounding the lower back. A couple more breaths. Well done. All right, we've got one more little stretch. So reach those legs long, interlace your fingers, flip the palms to face the back of your mat. Just shuffle the shoulders down. Really stretch it out here. Palms and fingers and wrists and forearms are all getting a deep stretch. Just move that down. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Point those toes. Maybe wriggle a little side to side. And release when you're ready. Give the arms and legs a shake out. Let's take a few moments here to just absorb and observe. Start to wriggle your fingers and toes. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. If it feels good, rock side to side. And then slowly make your way up into a seated, comfortable position. If you've made it thus far, congratulations. Just bring your hands to your heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. Big sigh out through the mouth. And again, breathe it in. Release it out. And one more, let's make it a trinity. And release it out. May your morning and day be blessed with all the good things, and may you have the strength and courage to overcome anything that comes your way. You're amazing, you truly are divine and enough. Until next time, thank you for joining me. My name is Theodora. Namaste.